Greetings, friends. We are now starting Lent, and we're going to have a 5-week Lenten series titled Exploring the Treasures Within. Yes, you're inside like a big treasure box, and there's a lot of treasures in it, and we want to explore that in Lent as we move forward and even come to the retreat with John Leonetti, who will have a lot to say about this as well, I'm sure, in his own words. So, this week, what do we have? In our Deuteronomy passage, we see that the treasure within for this week, as well as the gospel message, is that we have a core identity within us. A core identity. And we have to tap into it. You know, in Deuteronomy, we have a little insight into what a liturgy looked like. Everyone was to come with their basket of first fruits, okay? And they take that up at the altar, give it to the priest, and the priest lays it down by the altar. Does it sound familiar? I hope it does, because that's what happens at our Mass every week. And they had to say a creed, just like we had to have a creed. And a creed basically flows like this. It's a confession saying, you know, my father was a wandering Aramean. Now, you might not know what that is, but the Arameans, they lived in the desert, okay? So like nomads, they're like completely way out in the boonies, so to speak. We are boonie people, okay? And God called you out from that, and then you ended up in Egypt, and in Egypt you were an alien nation, and the Egyptians, they tormented you and put you in slavery, and I brought you out of slavery into this land of milk and honey, because you are now my children. Yes, their identity now is no longer connected with the desert, no longer connected with Egypt. It's connected with a new identity of being God's children. Now, we see something like this in the gospel. We had the temptation of Christ. It's very important, especially in Luke, to realize that in the context is the genealogy of Christ, which starts in Luke with Jesus and goes all the way back down to Adam, and he's styled as Adam, who was made in the image of God. Right? So Adam is really the son of God because he's made in the image of God. And then right off the bat, we have Satan coming and saying, if you're the Son of God, if you're the Son of God, if you're the Son of God. What is Satan working on Jesus with? He's trying to rattle the identity of Jesus Christ. Because we know that at the baptism, God, the Holy Spirit came down and the Father said, you are my beloved Son. And if Satan succeeded in that temptation, we would all be ruined. Now, we all have to realize who we are. Our core identity. It's a treasure to know who you are. You are children of God. You belong to a family of immortals. You don't belong to Egypt. The world around us is Egypt. You don't belong to the desert. You belong to a land flowing with milk and honey. And that's how our interiors must be. We belong. Do you feel like you belong? Do you feel like you are in contact with your core identity? Well, that's a treasure within. And that's what we're going to be talking about this Sunday. God bless you.